Well, as some of you know, I lost my backup channel 2 weeks ago. That will be Sunday this week. It'll be 2 weeks ago. And on the 7th of July, I received this from YouTube. And this is actually an official document. But you know that ChinaTube is owned by China. That's why I call it ChinaTube. We have to protect those poor tyrants over there in China. We can't talk bad about them. So that was kind of weird, right? Why do we? What about medical misinformation policy? Hello. How many servers do you have? YouTube, ChinaTube, ScrewTube, CensorTube, whatever you want to call yourself. They don't make sense. So I am going here, just to check it out. What's going on with that? Oh, I have to sign in. Okay, let's do that. Unable to access Google product. You have been redirected to this page. I don't get it. Was this helpful? No. How can we improve? Reinstate my channel ASAP. There you go. No, I don't want to restart. Go away. So that's interesting, right? Oh well. Shit happens, right? So maybe you heard. Let me just sign out of this. No point being there. I made my point already, right? So let's go here. And let's just run the slideshow. I got some pretty good pictures and some less good, but whatever. So we just run them. Well, if you recall the message from Mike from around the world that I uploaded, he was talking about that they have made a decision. I think I know what he's talking about. I can give you a hint. Regarding the Earth changes that is about to take place, they know that there's nothing they can do about it, and they're just gonna let it happen, of course, because there's nothing they can do about it. This is one of the reasons for why this phony government that we have now ain't doing much about anything. All they're doing is talking, right? But nothing is going on. Because the decision has been made. There's nothing they can do. The snowball is running. It's running faster and faster down the hill, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's out of their control. And then I have another thing. Something that we cannot talk about here on ChinaTube, or Facebook, or Squitter. And I think you know what I'm talking about. Because I was watching a program on History Channel called America's Secret Books. And the episode was called Mind Control. That's all I'm going to say. If you have the ability to watch on demand or whatever, that particular show on History Channel called America's Secret Books, Mind Control, that episode, it's going to be an aha experience for you regarding what was taking place last year. And unfortunately, still kind of unfolding. And now we got new events regarding that. And we're also going to have someone running around knocking on doors. Bet you heard about that. So that's all I can say. That's all I want to say about it. But let me give you a warning. This thing is a military operation. It's been from the get-go. Everything you heard so far is probably 90% bullshit. This is a military operation. If you watch that on History Channel, you will understand what I'm talking about. I can't speak to it anymore. No one can speak to it anymore. Because all of them, all the big platforms, has had direct orders from the highest level that anybody who has anything to say about that, shut them down. Make them go away. So that's what we're facing. So on that part, none of us can talk about it. None of us. And with that, I can kind of say it's, well, some of you won't like what I'm saying, but at this moment in time, this is between you and God. All of us are left to fend for ourselves now. There will be no one helping you. There might be those who says, we are from the government. We are here to help. But if you want the help, here's what you need to do. It comes with a treat for a treat. Pure and simple. Ain't those fantastic, those pictures there? There's a little ripple in the water, but it's the best I can do. Bloody marvelous. So, just to refresh your memory and kind of make your mind wander, I want you to go back and watch the episode that I uploaded called Message from Mike from Around the World, or Message from MFAW. I think it was the latest upload I did. I believe so. But you can find it. It's in the top. I want you to listen to his voice, how utmost sincere that he is in the way he's saying the things that he's saying without saying it directly. He is giving you a hidden message in that. And when he says that they have made a decision, they have made a decision. And remember, when I'm talking about the evil one, I always call them them. Them. You know who it is. We don't have to mention names. Those who know who I am, who know what I stand for, and what I've been talking about since 2010, know exactly what I'm saying. You don't need me to paint it on a whiteboard for you. So forget about all this about left and right side of the aisle. That is absolutely unnecessary, waste of time. The situation is now, given the decision they have made, you are left to fend for yourself. And The wolves are in sheep's clothes. So it would be pertinent of you to watch your six. Have situation awareness in your home and when you're out and about. Let's say you walk into a Walmart or any convenience store. Locate all exits, where they are. Forget about the main entrance, but the other exits, emergency exits and storage facility, those kind of things. Pay attention to people's behavior. Just pay attention. You don't have to run around on your tiptoes. That's not what I'm saying. But just pay attention. The wolves are in sheep's clothes. They have made a decision to let this snowball run. They will do nothing to stop it. Because you and I both know they have an agenda. And they're going to see that agenda carried out with any means necessary, people. Any means necessary. And I repeat, any means necessary. The gloves are completely off now. It might not seem like that, but it is. It's fact. There's no escape from it. One of my subs sent me a comment, very simple, and it explains it all in one verse. 2 Timothy 1 verse 15. Go read that. That explains everything. You don't need the entire book read from cover to cover if you not, want to listen to the gospel or the Old Testament for that matter. Just read 2 Timothy 1, chapter 1, verse 15. Just read that. That put everything in perspective for you. All of it. And I'm not going to read it up for you. I want you to bloody go do your own homework. I've been spoon feeding you since 2010. I don't mind once in a while giving you some spoon feeding. But where we are now is at that time where you need to do some homework. You need to get this together now. I assure you, you need to get it together now. There is no turning back. Time has passed. And have you noticed, we're already writing the 9th of July 2021. Already. Do you think that Yeshua HaMashiach said this for the fun of it? That he didn't cut the time short. No flesh left saved. Time is speeding up. We're already halfway through this year. Already. To me, it's still March. Time just flies away. Just gone. So I would say the Father in heaven, he's got some big mechanics going on because the time is speeding up and your bloody clock on your wrist is following. All your electronic devices are following the speed of that time. Our day is no longer 24 hours. or 23 hours and 58 minutes or something like that, which is the accurate. No, it's faster. My work days are just gone. And we're already riding halfway through this year. Plus 9 days. But read 2 Timothy 1 verse 15. And please do it in the KJV version, not the other ones. That one. You will exactly understand what he's saying. And if you hold up what he is saying to the situation this world is in now, and especially this country, it might want to make you wonder if it wasn't, or if it isn't a good idea for you to at least admit that you are a sinner, believe that Yeshua is God, and confess that he is the Messiah. He is the Savior. He is the end from the beginning. You are going to need him. That is exactly what Mike from Around the World was talking about in his message. Listen very carefully to what he's saying and to the tone and the sincerity in the things that he is saying here. And maybe you should listen to it 2 times, maybe 3 times, in case you miss something. You never know, you might miss something. Can't be said any more kind of like undercut to us. They have made a decision. They're not telling us what it is they have decided. Mike know what they have decided. I know what they have decided. I just learned today, coming back from Austin, Texas, that I don't know if it's hearsay or it is the truth, that Flying J pilot, Xenex, and Love Truck Stores have been told that the next shipment of fuel, gasoline, would be the last shipment. When you reach 10% in your tanks, shut down. I don't know if that's true, but if it is, this country is going to sink into chaos next day. Utter, complete chaos. This is why you need right now go flipping, listen to what Mike from Around the World is saying in his message. They have made the decision. I repeat, they have made the decision. Them, the evil one, the one who wants you dead, and if not dead, a slave until you die. Pure and simple. John F. Kennedy, even though that he had a lot of skeletons in his closet, he did say something that was true, which has always been in the plans since Babylon. He said, there is a plot in this nation to enslave every woman, man, and child. And before I leave this noble office, I intend to expose that. He died because he knew exactly what they were up to, and he did not like that. Even though he was a charlatan, even though he wasn't at his best health, that's why he had Dr. Feelgood next to him at all times, he was not doing well. He was pretty sick, physically, perhaps mentally too. Yeah, you gotta have a screw loose if you need to have so many lovers around you. One of them, Nancy Pelosi. Another one we all know about, that he talked a little too much to, who decided to go on his behalf and reveal what he has told her, and she ended up dead. His brother ended up dead. Anybody who stands for the truth ends up dead. Everyone. They're gonna see to that. There's absolutely nothing you and I can do at this moment in time, because the decision has been made. You have the right to defend yourself with any means necessary if the wolf in sheep's clothing come against you and wants to harm you and your family. That's a God-given right. The blood will not be on your hands. It will be on the aggressor. What came to him, he deserved. You can find that in the scriptures too. If a thief comes to your house and you defend your house and your family and kill the intruder, God will not hold you responsible for that. You did what you needed to do. That message I can give you, that right you have, without being judged for it. But going out premeditated to do something stupid, to harm other people, oh yeah, that one will not lie well with our Lord. You are going to punish for that. But of course, also by them, first of all, and then in the end, you will be judged for it at the great white judgment. But you have the right to defend yourself. But you cannot go on the offensive. The reason for why you cannot go on the offensive is because nobody bloody stand together in this country anymore. I say nobody. Well, I might seem a little harsh. But when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, you will find out that I'm speaking the truth. The only one who can hold together is the gangs, well-established gangs, and well-functioning families. Everybody else, you're gonna run around like dogs with rabies. Find that in the scriptures too. People in perplexity, distress of nations. It's gonna get much worse than you can possibly imagine. That's why I'm saying to you, have situation awareness. Watch your six. Note all exits when you're inside anywhere. Note where they are, so you might have a quick escape. It doesn't guarantee that you will make it, but at least you know that you have an escape route. And it might save your life. Be kind to each other. kind to each other. That's what I pray you will be. Be kind. Show love. Help each other. But the first commandment Jesus gave you on the Tree of Olives, the Mount, he said to you, take heed that no man deceive you. His first commandment, because this is what this is all about. Deception. Deception. You might think that the guy you're walking down the street with, who is your colleague and you're meeting in private with, that you consider him as your best friend. And then when this nation is in distress, even in perplexity, first time you turn your back to him, he's going to put a bullet in your back and steal all you have. Stuff like that. So mark my words, which I will end this video with. They have made the decision. Certain things you cannot talk about anymore at all on those free platforms I mentioned earlier. Keep your mouth shut. You want to talk about it? Talk about people on the street, on other platforms where they do not have censorship. There's Brighteon, BitChute, and there is Censor Wars, which is Shadowburn's 3D's channel. There is, what is it called? Rumble. Parler is no more, thanks to Google, of course. Because Google is owned by China, controlled by China, and not controlled by anybody inside this country. You can bet on it. And again, he comes back to that again. They have made the decision. I want you to get that through your skull. They have made the decision. Go listen to Mike's words. Listen very carefully to what he's saying. It will dawn on you. With that, God bless you all. Why not?